On Global TV News Express, Abdullahi Ganduje joins a faithful for Maulud in Kano. In business, government says rural communities pay more for electricity than Band A customers. And on the foreign scene, U.S. confirms a first-human case of flesh-eating screwworm. In sports, Bayelsa Queens beat Ghana's police ladies. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global TV. Coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Ramsey Enoch. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times 276. The immediate past national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, APC, and former governor of Kano State, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has joined hundreds of Muslim faithful at the Sheikh Hassan Gawuna Islamic Center to mark this year's Maulud celebration. The event held in Kano State drew religious leaders, scholars, politicians, and community members who gathered to commemorate the birth of Prophet Muhammad. Mukhtar Kasim has details.
Dr. Ganduje, who arrived alongside APC's 2023 governorship candidate in Kano State, Dr. Nasiru Yusuf Gawuna, was warmly received by the congregation. He offered prayers for peace, unity, and continued prosperity in Kano State and Nigeria at large. Religious scholars at the event emphasized the importance of living by the Prophet's teaching, urging the faithful to imbibe values of humility, compassion, and tolerance in their daily lives. The Maulud celebration also featured Quranic recitations, lectures, and special prayers for leaders and citizens across the country. The former governor later paid condolence visits to the families in Bachirawa and Koki, where he offered prayers and sympathized with the bereaved. Ganduje, who was accompanied by party stalwarts and community leaders, offered prayers for the repose of the deceased and extended words of comfort to the bereaved families. He described the visits as a mark of solidarity and compassion, urging the families to take solace in the will of God. Residents appreciated the gesture, saying it reflects Ganduje's continued bond with the people even after leaving office. Mukhtar Kasim, reporting for Global Television News.
Benue State House of Assembly has elected Alfred Berger as its new speaker. He was elected at an emergency meeting following the resignation of the former speaker, Onduna Dajo, which was shared by Lami Danladi Dorcas. Our Benue correspondent Felicity Ndere completes the story.
Lawmakers convened an emergency sitting at the Assembly complex in Makurdi, presided over by Deputy Speaker Lami Danladi Lawrence.
Any other nomination?
No.
We hereby declare you as the Speaker of the 10th Assembly. Congratulations to you.
The House lifted the suspension on 4 members before moving a motion for the nomination of a new Speaker.
The preceding week, the House was engulfed in crisis occasioned by attempted change in leadership. That in a bid to contain this crisis, the House suspended 4 of its members to pave way for the peaceful resolution. That the House lift the suspension of the following members, readmit them for legislative duties.
Following nominations, members of the Assembly elected Alfred Mbega, representing Makurdi North, as the new Speaker of the 10th Assembly.
It is therefore my honor to nominate our colleague, Honorable Berger, Alfred Mbega, to the office of the Speaker of the 10th Benue State House of Assembly.
Honorable Alfred Mbega has now been sworn in, with expectations high on how he will steer the Assembly and maintain the delicate balance of cooperation and independence.
In a different development, former national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, APC, and ex-governor of Kano State, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has inspected mosque and Islamia projects under construction by his foundation across Kano State. Our Kano correspondent Umar Iliasu completes the story.
Since his resignation as the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress on health grounds, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje is back in Kano, hale and hearty, in the company of the Minister of State for the FCT along with other party leaders. The former governor began a tour of projects under the Ganduje Foundation. The projects include a Jumu'at Mosque, an Islamia at Bachirawa in Unguku local government, a 5-daily prayer mosque with a school in the same area, and another Jumu'at Mosque with a female section at Lodge Road in Nasarawa local government.
We thank the people of Kano for this warm reception, modern structure, mosque with all the facilities when completed. We have made this provision because of the need, because of the request of people around this area. They are in need of a mosque, a Friday mosque, so that they can be saying their Friday prayers, and we answered their prayers. Ganduje Foundation is always committed to that. And as you can see, this mosque is well designed, provided enough space within the mosque and also the surrounding, and also upstairs we have provision for women prayers. We have also offices. During Ramadan there will be tafsir here for men and women.
Established to promote Islam and support vulnerable communities, the Ganduje Foundation says it has built hundreds of mosques and Islamic schools across Nigeria. The inspection was attended by top APC figures, including Dr. Nasiru Yusuf Gawuna, Maria Mahmood, former Chief of Staff Mahmoud Garba, and other dignitaries. With communities eagerly awaiting completion, the project stands as a continuation of Ganduje's social and religious interventions.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has busted a syndicate linked to the arrest of 3 innocent Nigerian pilgrims in Saudi Arabia. At a press conference in Abuja, the agency's Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, says the suspects conspired with airport staff to secretly tag 6 drug-laden bags in the name of 3 Nigerians who had traveled for the Lesser Hajj. Kikelomo Okere reports.
According to the NDLEA Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, the suspects were apprehended at Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, where the group allegedly planted drugs in the luggage of unsuspecting travelers. He says the victim Miriam Hussein Abdullahi, Bahija Aminu Abdullahi, and Abdul Hamid Sadiq were arrested and detained by Saudi authorities following the discovery of the bags.
To unravel the true facts of the cases, the Chairman Chief Executive Officer of the agency caused an investigation to be conducted into the cases, and the following facts were revealed. The bags containing illicit drug substances intercepted in Saudi Arabia were checked in against the complainants' names by members of a criminal syndicate operating in Malam Aminu Kano International Airport without the knowledge of the 3 complainants. All the bags were traced to one Ali Abubakar Mohammed, alias Bello Karama.
Babafemi explained that investigation traced the crime to a 55-year-old drug baron, Mohammed Ali Abubakar, also known as Bello Karama. Several suspects have confessed, with 4 already charged to court. He added that NDLEA Chairman Brigadier General Buba Marwa, retired, is in contact with Saudi authorities to secure the release of the detained Nigerians. The agency maintained that while it continued to intensify the fight against drug trafficking, it will never allow innocent citizens to be punished for crimes they did not commit.
Above reasons, the 3 complainants were arrested and detained for crimes they had no knowledge of. In the light of the foregoing and the evidence gathered by the agency in the course of our investigation, it is clear that Miriam Abdullahi and 2 others who are being detained in Saudi are victims of circumstance implicated by the activities of a criminal syndicate operating at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, Makia, Kano. 6 suspected members of this criminal syndicate are already in our custody, with 4 already charged to court awaiting arraignment, while the other 2 would have their charges filed shortly.
It says the Ministry of Aviation and other security agencies are working with NDLEA to block such syndicates from exploiting Nigerian airports again. Kike Lomo Ukeri, Global Television News.
As Nigerians prepare for future elections, the call for diaspora voting continues to generate conversations among citizens, both at home and abroad. While many see it as a way to deepen democracy, others believe the country is not yet ready for the challenges it presents. Ubom Usoro completes the report. We'll bring you that report in our subsequent bulletin. The Nigerian Labour Congress has backed the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Physical Commission, that is RMAFC, to retreat over its plan to upwardly review the remuneration packages of political office holders. The Commission's chairman, Mohammed Shehu, had recently disclosed that President Bola Tinubu earns 1.5 million naira monthly, while ministers get less than 1 million naira, saying the figures have been like that since 2008. He said it's wrong. However, the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Joe Ajero, described the move as insensitive, unjust, inequitable. One he stated will only succeed in deepening the growing inequality between civil servants and political office holders. The Nigerian Army says it has neutralized 15 terrorists, arrested 42 criminal suspects, and rescued 30 kidnapped victims in a series of recent operations across various regions of the country. The coordinated operations were reportedly carried out in the northeast, northwest, north central, southwest, and south-south zones. The troop are said to have foiled planned attack by ISWAP and Boko Haram in Borno, Yobe State, specifically in the Dikwa, Kwoza, Bama, Banki, and Gajba areas. You're watching the live broadcast of News Express. When News Express returns, United Nations Security Council to vote on future of Lebanon peacekeeping force. Details coming shortly, plus business and sports stories on the other side of this break. Please stay with us. Welcome back from that break. Now let's take you to the world of business, where the Rural Electrification Agency has said that many rural communities across Nigeria now enjoy a stable electricity supply through completed mini-grid projects, with some residents paying higher tariff than Band A customers. Managing Director of the agency, Abba Ali, made this known during an interview. He explained that the electricity model deployed in rural areas had not only provided reliable supply, but also demonstrated the willingness of rural dwellers to pay for power. And now on the foreign scene, Canada's Prime Minister, Mark Carney, has expressed support for Ukraine's call for security guarantees as part of any peace deal with Russia, including the responsibility and possibility of deploying troops to the Eastern European country. During a visit to Kyiv, where he met Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, Carney said a group of Ukraine's Western allies, known as the Coalition of the Willing, is working with the United States to bolster Ukrainian defense. Here is Uyi Agbomofuegbe's report.
Standing alongside President Zelensky, Mark Carney reassured the people of Ukraine of Canada's support in its war with Russia, making clear that Russia's invasion of Ukraine is an attempt at rewriting history and peace will come through strength.
Canada is under no illusions about the importance of your struggle. And you should have no doubts about the commitment of Canadians to your cause. Because your cause, freedom, democracy, sovereignty, is our cause. And your history informs our history. We see this war clearly as a horrific act of aggression, a maniacal quest to recreate a history that itself was filled with injustice. And we know that peace will only come through strength.
Prime Minister Carney stated that the alliance of countries working against what he called Putin's aggression in Ukraine is becoming more effective and united.
But Putin can be stopped. Russia's economy is weakening. He is becoming more isolated. And our alliance is hardening. It's growing more effective, more determined, more united. I applaud the leadership of the transformative U.S. President Donald Trump in creating the possibilities for peace.
With the war already having claimed tens of thousands of lives, hopes for a ceasefire on the ground, however, remain dim as Kiev and Moscow continue to exchange fire. Uyi Agmofwegbe, reporting for Global TV News.
The United Nations Security Council is set to vote on France's drafted resolution that will extend the mandate of the United Nations Interim Force in Lebanon, UNIFIL, until August 31, 2026. While preparing for its eventual withdrawal, deployed in 1978 to separate Israel and Lebanon, UNIFIL has been tasked with maintaining calm in southern Lebanon. The latest draft text says the Security Council intends to work on a withdrawal of UNIFIL with the aim of making the Lebanese government the sole provider of security in southern Lebanon. The United States has confirmed its first human case of New World screwworm, a parasitic fly whose larvae feed on living flesh. A Maryland resident recently returned from El Salvador, where an outbreak is ongoing. As part by Reuters on Sunday, the patient began showing symptoms shortly after returning and was diagnosed on August 4, 2025. According to the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention, that is CDC, screwworm larvae literally eat living tissues, which can lead to serious and potentially life-threatening infection if not treated promptly, said CDC Director Dr. Rachel Walensky. And now to the world of sport. The global governing body for swimming has awarded international training scholarship to two of Nigeria's rising stars in the sport, Clinton Opute of Delta State and Collins Ipiga of Bayelsa State. The scholarship, announced as part of World Aquatic Elite Development Program, are designed to provide access to world-class training facility in Europe, prepare the athletes for major international competitions, including the Olympic Games. The program details indicate that Collins a Big Man Scholarship will run from September 1, 2025 to August 31, 2026, while Clinton Opute's training grant will extend from September 1, 2025 until June 30, 2028 in France and Hungary respectively. Nigeria's Tobi Amusan and Favour Ofili has officially qualified for the 2025 Wanda Diamond League final, set to take place next weekend at the prestigious Workplace meeting in Zurich. Ofili, who joined the Diamond League circuit at the 9th stop of the 15-leg series, secured the final qualifying spot in the women's 200-meter event. The 21-year-old accumulated 13 points to finish 8th overall, earning her place among the elite field. She now has a chance to make history as only the second Nigerian athlete after Amusan to win a Diamond League trophy. Nigeria's Women Football League Premiership champions Bayelsa Queens opened their campaign in the CAF Women's Champions League WAFU B qualifiers with a 2-1 victory over Ghana's Police Ladies at the State Charles Koran Bani in Yamoussoukro, Côte d'Ivoire. Pitted against Ghanaian League champions, the Prosperity Girls did not show any tension-dominating proceeding and were not threatened by their opponents for the most part of the encounter. Shekirat Moshood put Bayelsa Queens ahead in the 12th minute from a beautifully planned counter-attack, and Emin Essen extended the lead with a wonder strike in the 62nd minute. As Global TV News Express comes to an end, let's take a look at our top stories. The International Past National Chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC and former Governor of Kano State, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, joined hundreds of Muslim faithful at the Sheikh Hassan Gwanu Islamic Center to mark this year's Maulud celebration. In business, the Security and Exchange Commission, that is SEC, has cautioned Nigerians against doing business with GVest Global, saying the company is an unregistered investment advisor and fund manager promoting illegal schemes. Now to the foreign scene, where the United States has confirmed its first human case of New World screwworm, a parasitic fly whose larvae feed on living flesh, in a Maryland resident recently returned from El Salvador, where an outbreak is ongoing. And finally, from the water sports, Nigeria's Women Football League Premiership champions Bayelsa Queens opened their campaign in the CAF Women's Champions League WAFU B Championship in the qualifier with a 2-1 victory over Ghana's Police Lady at the State Charles Koran Bani in Yamoussoukro, Côte d'Ivoire. And as it on Global TV News Express, a quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using @Global TV NG. I am Ramsey Enoch Agbo. Thank you for watching.